Hello, welcome back. So today, if I can go to the right place, today we're still working on the fusion and we are looking at the champion chase. And this means I can actually clear a red dot, which has been annoying me for a while. So let's have a look what we need. So there's actually a rare and an epic available in this one. I only need the rare because I've done every other event. I've done both summon rushes, which I posted previous videos on those if you want to see how good or bad my luck was on the sacred shard pull. I don't think I'm going to go for the epic because it's up at 6,000 points and I don't want to burn through a load of resources. Now the rare's at 2,500 and I'm hoping I can do this basically without having to pull any shards. So without further ado, let me show you what I have saved up. Now first things first, I did save up my Valorant Chase up until yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? It could have been the day before. No, it was yesterday morning. So we were in the siege. So I've been diligently not collecting this and pressing I to get out each time I went into the menu on the game load. And then yesterday we were at the end of siege and I needed to log in quickly to do some fights, so I logged in on my tablet and I didn't go into aeroplane mode quick enough, I don't think. So lo and behold, I've missed out on 500 points there because Valorant got collected, so that was a bit of a mistake. Now luckily I don't think I need those points. I think I can still do it without. So the red dot that I'm wanting to clear, which I've been sitting on for about a week now, is this one. As you can see, I've had Carnage sitting here waiting to be collected. I've been looking forward to getting Carnage, so without further ado, let's pull Carnage. I'll actually get a badge for that as well. That wasn't as exciting as I thought it might be. Let's fight Carnage. Has he gone straight into my champion collection? There he is. So we now have an extra mythical on the account. By all accounts, he's extremely good. So I'm looking forward to building him. One thing I do have actually, which I may just use now, is I am sitting on a barrel. And we are in champ training at the moment, so boom, straight up to level 60. And that's got me another horned viper. So let's just send this one so I don't accidentally burn. Right, so we should now have 1,000 points just from pulling Carnage. In fact, 1,010 because we've got an extra. No, 1,050 because she's a void rare. Okay, so then moving on, what else have we got that can get me some points? We have a summon pool. And as per usual, well, I say as per usual, we got an epic. I usually get an epic. I was actually very lucky to get Finer recently. So you don't always have to get epics. Sometimes you can actually get the main champion in a summon pool. Now moving on, I also of these built. So this is something you should always do if the champion chase falls towards the end of a fusion, is prepare your champions, but don't actually fuse the epics until the champion chase starts, because they're 3 points. And there's another 250 points for the champion chase, and then we'll do one more. Depending on where we get to, I've actually got one more to get from the champion training that's active, and there's a finite active at the minute that I haven't completed as well, so as long as I can get within 250 points, I will be able to fuse another one of these epics. So let's see where we're at now. So that's pushed us up to 1800. Right. Now, another thing that I've had saved for this, and if we look at the Corrupted Coalition event, you'll see that we get points for getting Talina Salsea, given that she's part of this event. Now, I've been sitting on a few fragments, Talina being one of them, so it makes sense to pull her today and get the points for the event, and then I can get a build as well and get the other points that's associated with it. So here we go. And we do get the nice animation for this pull. There's another 500 points in the back. I'm going to try and keep these two guys for a future one, just because it's always nice to have some spare easy points in your pocket. So we should be getting close now. 2300. So we just need 200 points, which is basically another epic. And one thing that I don't mind doing during champion chases is pulling remnants. Now I've only got one, but this is a guaranteed epic. Also possibly a mythical. I've not yet pulled a mythical at all. All 4 of my mythicals that I have been game freebies. So I'm not sure how far into Mercy I am with these, but I must be somewhere near the 24 pulls. I've not been getting every single one every time. I always get the Grim Forest ones. But Curse City, it took me a while to be able to beat Amius, and I don't always beat him because I find that fight horrible. So yeah, I miss out on a lot of points from the Curse City. But here we go, let's just do this pull, and then that should be it for this championship. And we've got a Basilisk, so that is 250 points, which effectively, if I go into the right red dot, completes the champion chase tournament for me and gets me my rare. So again, I'll just ascend this one straight away. And then that's us pretty much almost there with the fusion. Let's say I've got a little bit more champion training to do in the Fire Knight. And then that'll leave me 3 more rares to get to complete this fusion. One last thing is I'm still undecided on whether to get the actual fusion or whether to change up and get Fabian. I was considering Mad Hatter as well, just to improve my Titus teams. There's a few champions I would like in here. I would like Fabian. I'd like Lady Noel. master as well, because I do have the dog, so they're the main ones I'd like. To be honest, I won't mind a pole. I know you can get them from the shop as well, but I'm not going to trade up any legendaries. But I'm sure at some point I will pull fully. I do seem to pull previous fusions more often than not when I actually pull from shards, so I will get them all eventually. But yeah, just got a decision to make on whether to change to Fabian or not. The thing that's swaying me to not do is obviously Haggibah be great for faction wars, and also if they ever bring out any harder Curse City content or Doom Tower content, she is the best champion that you can get for Bubble. So it's kind of, although I do have a Bubble team already, I've got Nishak. Nishak does the main work for me there. It's not to say that he'll still be able to hold his own if they bring out harder versions of Bomb. So yeah, that's where we are currently. So carry on, get this champion training done, and I'll leave it there. So thanks for watching.